Welcome to Opinion Stage. In this video, we'll show you how to easily integrate Opinion Stage with Zapier. In this example, we will integrate Opinion Stage with Google Sheets using Zapier. This is an event registration form where companies are asked to provide details to register for our meeting. We want this data to be sent automatically to our Google Sheets. To start, we click on the Connect tab at the top and select Zapier. The system asks us to log in or sign up. Since I already have a Zapier account, I'll click Login. To create a workflow, we can click on the Create Workflow button, choose which app to connect Opinion Stage to, or select a popular workflow. Since we want to connect Opinion Stage to Google Sheets, we click here. Now, the Zapier interface appears. First, we choose a trigger to start an action in Google Sheets. Because we clicked a specific workflow, the system already chose Opinion Stage and the trigger event, which is a new response in Opinion Stage. Now, we need to sign in to our Opinion Stage account in Zapier. We click here and authorize Zapier to use our Opinion Stage account. Now we click Continue. We choose the item to take data from, which is our company event registration form. The system tests the trigger to see if it can get data. We recommend testing the item before making a workflow and sending at least one example response, so the system can get the trigger properly. To finish testing, we pick a random response from the registered responses and click Continue with selected record. Now we set up an action. Google Sheets is already chosen as our action app. The event we want is to create a new row for each new response. We need to connect our Google Sheets account to Zapier before continuing. We click Sign In, and once that's done, we click Continue and start setting up our Google Sheets settings. First, we choose the drive we want to use. In this case, there is only one drive under my email address. Next, we select the spreadsheet for this workflow. It's best to create the spreadsheet before starting. Since a spreadsheet can have more than one worksheet, we also choose the worksheet we want. In our spreadsheet, there are columns like full name, email address, and more. Now, we need to map the fields. This means matching the columns in the spreadsheet with the data from Opinion Stage. Let's start with full name. In the Opinion Stage form, there is a question for the person's full name. This is question 1. We click here to make sure every full name is saved under the full name column in the spreadsheet. The full name shown here is just an example used for our test. The real data will appear in the spreadsheet as it comes from Opinion Stage, so each time the full name will be different. Now, we move on to the other fields. We also have a question for the user's email address, phone number, company name, and organization size. When all the Opinion Stage fields are matched with our spreadsheet columns, we click Continue. The system will now run a test to check if everything is set up correctly. Everything looks good. Let's publish the workflow. We can now close the window. We see that our workflow is created and active. To test it, we go back to our event registration form. Let's fill out the form that is already live to check if a new row will appear in our spreadsheet. Note that the preview mode doesn't submit responses. Use the live form via a Share tab link. We go through all the fields to make sure everything is working as expected. Of course, we are using example data. After submitting the form, let's check if the new row has appeared in our spreadsheet. We can see that the data is already visible in our spreadsheet, and here is our example. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy creating your items with Opinion Stage.